What's up, YouTube? This is your boy Juggernaut097 bringing you guys another video today. And today I'm going to be doing my WWE NXT review for August 5th, 2015. And this was a really good show this week. I enjoyed it. They're pretty much we're building up towards NXT Takeover in Brooklyn, which I'm really getting excited for, which they announced quite a bit of matches tonight, because we're like 2 weeks away from NXT Takeover in Brooklyn, which you know, it looks like it's gonna be a good show. So, nonetheless, let's get started with this review though. It's quite wasting time. So first off, the first match of the night we had was Charlotte versus Bayley. So they did some nice chain grappling at the beginning, and they were very even at the beginning of the match. Charlotte tried rolling up Bayley, but Bayley pops out at one. And these girls know each other so much. Like they know each other so well. Like it's crazy how much they know each other. Like, because these girls, and this was a very good match also. So, but back to this review of the match. Charlotte wrapped the legs around Bayley's head, and she did that roll, like what she does, with when she wraps her leg around their head. And I like when Bayley did a drop kick through the bottom turnbuckle, like what Sami Zayn does with his torpedo DT. Well, that's what she did on Charlotte, which I thought that was pretty cool. What she did that. And then Bayley did three back-to-back axe handles, and then Charlotte was in the corner, and then Bayley did a spear in the corner, and then Bayley was getting ready to showboat, but Charlotte hit a nice big boot, and then went for the cover, but Bayley kicks out, and then Bayley tried going for a sunset flip, but Charlotte got out, and then she got the leg of Bayley and then tried to lock in the figure four, but Bayley she gets into like a small package, but Charlotte kicks out at two. Bayley hit a spinning elbow off the top rope, and then Bayley hit three back elbows in the corner, and then hit a suplex, and then Bayley hit a top rope Hurricane Rana, which that was pretty awesome what she did. And they got it. There was a "This is awesome" chant during this match. Also, that was pretty cool. They got a "This is wrestling." This is women's wrestling chant also, so that was pretty cool. I like that Hurricane Rana, and then she went for the cover after that. But Charlotte kicks out, and Charlotte hit the neck breaker, followed up by a spear. Then went for the cover, but Bayley kicks out too. But then went back into the cover, but Bayley again kicks out. Then Charlotte locked in the figure four, but Bayley flipped over and reversed it. And then Charlotte was hitting some chops, but Bayley did a she did a backslide, but Charlotte she like kicks out at two. But then Bayley kept the backslide locked in, and then they were going over to the corner, and like she got leveraged. So and then like she hit a Bayley to belly, and then went for the cover. But Charlotte kicks out of two. I was so shocked that Charlotte kicked out of this. So yeah, Charlotte kicks out at two, and then Bayley hit a German suplex, and then went for the cover for two, and then Bayley hit a top rope Bayley to belly for the win. So I never really saw top rope Bayley to belly. This was a fun match, really good. I enjoyed it. Good opener for the show. So yeah. So Bayley wins by the Bayley to belly off the top rope. And then next we had a sit down interview with Kevin Owens and Michael Cole. Kevin Owens expresses his feelings about pretty much what Regal said about how he wants Finn Balor to beat him at NXT Takeover in Brooklyn, and pretty much he says that he doesn't Owens doesn't want there to be any screw job finish to this match. So Kevin Owens wants to have a ladder match at NXT Takeover for the NXT Championship. So there's no screw job finish. He goes hopefully there will be no Montreal screw job, but we'll be in Brooklyn though. So yeah, because he is from Montreal and stuff. So I think he is. I know he's from Canada, but yeah, he is from Montreal. But yeah, that was that. So at Takeover, it hasn't got confirmed. Well, actually it has, but pretty much yeah, he offered to face Finn Balor in a ladder match. And then next we had Baron Corbin versus Steve Cutler. Pretty a typical Baron Corbin's match. Cutler, he tried throwing a punch, but Baron Corbin hit the end of the days, and that was that. So Baron Corbin wins. And I'm starting to kind of like this new heel side of Baron Corbin. He's kind of like, when people were booing him, he was like, come on, boo me more, come on. He was kind of embracing the getting booed. So, yeah. And then next, Bayley goes into William Regal's office and then asks for an NXT Women's Championship match with Sasha Banks at Takeover. Then Regal says, yeah, you can have that match if you beat Becky Lynch next week in the number one contenders match. So, yeah. Which I kind of see Bayley winning this, because she's been on this role, and since Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch is on the main roster, I kind of see Sasha Banks dropping the title at Takeovers in Brooklyn. So, yeah, that's a little prediction right there for you guys right now. And then next we had Tyler Breeze versus Jobber. I didn't catch the guy's name, but Breeze was laying the kicks in the corner on the Jobber. And then the Jobber hit a chop, but Breeze took him down and started throwing punches. Then Breeze hit the beauty shot for the win. So the winner of the match was Tyler Breeze. And then William Regal came out to the top of the stage, and he says, you've been wanting to face someone at, the biggest, our biggest event, Takeover in Brooklyn. And he goes like, I went all over the world to find the best opponent for you. And he says he's going to be facing Jushin Thunder Liger at NXT Takeover in Brooklyn. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. I mean, I already knew that Jushin Thunder Liger was going to be facing him, but, I think that's going to be a very good match, and it's just going to be fun, Jushin Thunder Liger and NXT. It's going to be awesome to see. And then it shows like a video package for, showing Jushin Thunder Liger, him in WCW and everything. So I thought that was pretty good. And then it shows Yuha Nation, he's going to be in his first match at NXT Takeover in Brooklyn. And then it showed him training, in the ring, doing some moves. And, he says that he pretty much wants to become NXT champion like everybody else in NXT. And then he says his name is going to be Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews. Yeah, that's his name. So, yeah. In which I'm pretty excited that he's going to be in his first match. He's not as big as like these other NXT people, like Joe, Balor's, your Owens. He's not as big his name as like all of them. But, it's still going to be cool to see Yuha Nation, which I never really saw much of his indie days. I mean, I saw some of his matches in PWG, but I really haven't saw much of his stuff. So it's going to be good to see, how he does in NXT. So, yeah. And then next we have Finn Balor, like in an interview with Byron Saxton. And then he says he and Owens, they used to be friends, but he cannot respect what Owens has done since he's got into WWE. And he says Sami Zayn warned him, pretty much to not underestimate Kevin Owens. And then Finn Balor pretty much accepts the ladder match at NXT TakeOver. So that's going to be awesome. It's going to be a ladder match. Freaking amazing. I'm so pumped for that, Kevin Owens, his ladder matches, in Ring of Honor, like, I think it was like that pay-per-view called Man Up or something like that. I think it was like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the Briscoes, that was a fun match. Like, that was probably one of the best, Kevin Steen matches ever in a ladder match, because like he's really good in ladder matches, and this is gonna be pretty awesome to see. And NXT Takeover is like looking for it to be a big show, because we already have the ladder match, with Kevin Owens and Finn Balor for the NXT title, and we also have Jushin Thunder Liger and Tyler Breeze, and I think pretty much we're going to have Sasha Banks versus Bayley, so that'll be another good match. We've got 4 matches announced for the show, so that's going to be cool. And then next we have a tag team match, Dash and Dawson versus the Hype Bros, Zack Ryder and Mojo Rawley. Mojo Rawley, he starts the match and with Dawson. Mojo did some, did some tackles and tags in Zack Ryder. And then Mojo throws Dawson into Ryder, and Ryder does like the double knees into the face of Dawson. Yeah, I was trying to figure out who did it on. And then Ryder hit a flapjack, then hit a clothesline in the corner, and then Ryder went to the top rope and then started laying the punches on Dawson. Then Dash went like to go distract Ryder, and Dawson sweeps the legs, and Ryder falls off the ropes, and then Dawson tagged in Dash, and they do a double team like headbutt on the back of Zack Ryder. Dash hit Dash. Then Dash hit a backbreaker, then went for the cover, but Zack Ryder pretty much kicks out too, and then tagged in Dawson, and then they did like a double team move where Dawson throws Dash on Ryder, and then Dawson went for the cover, but Zack Ryder kicks out too, and then Dash and Dawson. They just worked on Zack Ryder pretty much during the whole match. This kind of felt like a Enzo and Big Cass match. How Enzo pretty much always gets beat down. Well, this is Zack Ryder. He always gets beat down during his matches. And Dash and Dawson did frequent tags with each other. Dawson hit a slingshot suplex on Ryder, but finally, Zack Ryder finally tagged in Mojo Rawley, and then he got a hot tag on Mojo Rawley, and then Mojo hit a shoulder tackle, then took down Dawson off the apron. Mojo hit 2 back-to-back splashes in the corner on Dash, and then Mojo tagged in Zack Ryder, and they did the assisted Rough Rider off the top rope. So the winners match were the Hype Bros. So pretty decent tag team match here. I thought this was pretty good. So yeah. And then after the match, pretty much Dawson and Dash, they pretty much go beat down Ryder and Mojo Rawley, and they do like the shadow machine, where it's pretty much like where one of the like Dash or Dawson, like they pick him up and like to do. Oh yeah, Dawson picks him up, and then Dash does a code breaker pretty much. So, yeah, I like that finisher. The finisher is pretty cool. And then William Regal was backstage with the Vaudevillains. William Regal says, I called you guys here because I saw what happened last week in the NXT Tag Team Championship match. What Alexa Bliss did, and pretty much. Aiden English says, Alexa Bliss slapped us. And then William Regal says, yes. And it was pretty much, it was bad for what she did, It was, yeah. It's diabolical liberty. That's what he said. And English says that she knows we will never hit a lady. And then Simon says, never expose chivalry. And then explore, something like that, expose chivalry. And then Regal says, I am going to give you a rematch at NXT Takeover in Brooklyn. So it's going to be Blake and Murphy. So they're going to be facing Blake and Murphy for the NXT Tag Team titles. So that's pretty much 5 matches announced. So it's going to be Blake and Murphy defending the titles against the Vaudevillains. And pretty much before they leave, they go like, well, you should try to figure out what you're going to do to pretty much even the odds with how to get rid of Alexa Bliss. So, yeah. That was that. And then next we had the main event. Samoa Joe versus Rhyno. Rhyno tried doing a shoulder tackle, but no effect on Samoa Joe. And then Rhyno tried doing their one, but no effect again. And Joe did his own, and he took down Rhyno. And then Joe started throwing punches on Rhyno in the corner. And then Rhyno sent... Oh, no. Joe sent Rhyno over the top rope, and then Joe hit a suicide dive on Rhyno, and then Joe hit a back elbow when Rhyno was in the corner, then hit an enziguri in the corner. Rhyno hit a nice spinebuster, then went for the cover for 2. Joe hit a nice STO, then Joe hit a atomic drop, and then a running big boot, followed up by a senton. and then went for the cover for 2, but Rhyno hit a, um, I don't know what that was. Oh, he like a cutter type of move. Like he picked him up on his shoulders and did like a cutter type of move, like an RKO kind of thing. So yeah. And where was I? So like I say, a cutter type of move, and then went for the cover for 2, but Joe did, Joe did a kick off the top rope, and then Rhyno hit a belly suplex, and then Rhyno was getting ready for the gore, but um, Joe kicked him, and then he put on the rear naked choke, but Rhyno backs him into the corner, and then Rhyno hit a clothesline, then went for the pin for 2, then Rhyno went to the top rope, and Joe hit a enziguri, then the muscle buster for the win. So the winner match was Samoa Joe. So yeah, NXT was good this week. I enjoyed it. Pretty much building up for NXT Takeover in Brooklyn. So I'm really looking forward to it. So the matches that are announced so far is the ladder match for the NXT title. Kevin Owens versus Finn Balor, and we also have the tag team titles. That's going to be, we have Blake and Murphy versus the Vaudevillains, and we have Juice and versus Tyler Breeze, and we got what else? Oh yeah, and then we pretty much got Sasha Banks versus Bayley, and I think that's pretty much all that pretty much are announced so far. So probably U-Haul Nation. So 5 matches. U-Haul Nation is gonna be debuting. So yeah, this was my NXT review. Tell me what you guys saw of the show. Leave your comments down below. Tomorrow I got a WWE shop unboxing. Probably tomorrow or Friday. I guess we'll just see when I want to do my WWE shop unboxing. Whenever it gets here, that's when I'll do it. What else? Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at TheTrueJSB, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if this is your first time ever checking out one of my videos. And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, which his name is DJ Bill, which his YouTube channel will be down below, and his Twitter will be down below also. Maybe, I don't know. But how much minutes we have? We're about at 18 minutes, so yeah, pretty much gonna wrap this up. Juggernaut saying peace out. Catch you guys in my next video.